Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Tsunami warnings have been downgraded after a powerful 8.8 magnitude earthquake hit eastern Russia. The tremor, which had a depth of 18 kilometers according to the US Geological Survey, is one of the strongest earthquakes ever on record. The earthquake hit near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula at around 11:25 in the morning local time. In Japan, 1.9 million people had been told to evacuate.
Stay calm, cooperate, and get to high ground, if at all possible, where you are. We promise to give you complete updates. Right now, the expected time of anything that might happen here in Oahu is going to be somewhere around 7:15. We're expecting it to be at Kauai around 7:10. We'll know. We've been told by Civil Defense that when it passes the island of Midway, we'll get a good read as to what we can expect. And that's not scheduled to happen for a while yet, but we promise to keep you updated.
Ukraine's armed forces have confirmed a Russian missile strike hit a military training unit, causing a number of casualties. Ukrainian ground forces said that 3 service personnel were known to have been killed and 18 had been wounded. It has been reported to have been in the Kharkiv region north of Kyiv, which borders both Russia and Belarus. Russia's Ministry of Defense released video of what it claimed was a strike by Iskander ballistic missiles in a wooded area that involved more than 20 cluster-type explosions. Donald Trump says India will face tariffs as high as 25% if it fails to finalise a trade deal with the US this week. The US has set a 1st of August deadline for India and several other countries to either reach a trade agreement or face increased tariffs. Indian and American officials have been negotiating a trade deal for the past few months, but officials have alternated between sounding optimistic and cautious about when it will be announced.
Is the deal with India finalized?
No, it's not.
Okay. So what rate are you accepting?
Well, we're going to see. But India's been a good friend, but India has charged basically more tariffs than almost any other country. You know that, right? Over the years. But now I'm in charge. You just can't do that. I think the trade deals are working out very well, hopefully for everybody. But for the United States, they're very, very good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All L40 engines generating.
A new satellite touted as the world's most expensive Earth observation satellite has been launched to keep a hawk's eye view on Earth, detecting and reporting even the smallest changes in land, sea and ice sheets.
And beautiful silhouette brightening the Sriharikota sky.
Data from the joint mission by Indian Space Agency ISRO and NASA will help not just the two countries but the world in preparing for dealing with disasters. NASA, which already has more than 24 observation satellites in space, says NISAR is the most sophisticated radar we've ever built. Tens of thousands of fans have gathered to pay respects to Ozzy Osbourne in his home city of Birmingham. The Black Sabbath singer's coffin was driven along Broad Street in the city centre. His family, visibly upset, took the opportunity to look at tributes. His death came just over 2 weeks since he performed at the Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning gig at Villa Park in Birmingham. And this is the moment a Spanish fighter jet was forced to perform an evasive manoeuvre during an air show in Gijón. Video footage shows the Spanish F-18 fighter flying at a low altitude when it suddenly turned upside down, avoiding a flock of birds and hurtling towards the sea before flying away. In a statement, the Spanish Air Force said one of our F-18 fighter jets carried out an evasive manoeuvre upon detecting a flock of birds in its trajectory. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.